Hey, Elena.
Hey Mark, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. I need something to fun. Any word on how Luce is doing?
I'm sorry.
Any word on how Luce is doing?
No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen Mike. Um, I guess he's been avoiding coming down when when he knows I'm here.
Gotcha.
So, um, yeah, but I'm interested in finding out too how that's progressing. And do
Yeah.
they usually, do they have to go through like a whole 2 week process, or or can it get better sooner, or?
It can definitely get better sooner.
Mhm.
Definitely. Um, I mean, honestly, they would probably just keep her in the hospital just until, she stabilizes and starts feeling better.
Mhm.
Not any longer than she has to be there, definitely.
Yeah.
So useless.
Yeah. Because I know he felt good because he couldn't do anything. She just was always complaining how she couldn't breathe.
Yeah. So I mean, at least this way, they can monitor
Hmm.
how she's doing. Yep.
And where you're working, things are better or worse again?
We've been doing a lot more testing, a lot more people coming in and complaining of symptoms,
Hmm.
and a lot more tests coming back positive.
Uh-huh.
So,
Because I know when I heard it, I immediately started thinking, I can actually feel my chest, right?
mhm.
I have a scratchy throat. I have, so I was going through,
Much more
just
self-aware.
mentally, just saying, oh yeah, I wanted to do a test, and I saw that it would take like till the end of the month. I said, by that time, I'll know for sure whether I've got something or not.
Well, honestly, um, you may not.
No?
The turnaround time has been like 6 days and more. Um, and a lot of the testing sites aren't testing unless you're having symptoms.
Uh-huh.
But we're having a lot of people just asymptomatic, just no symptoms at all,
Really?
but happen to get tested because someone they know who they've been around called
Uh-huh.
them and said, hey, by the way, I have it. You should get checked. And they
I
have
thought
it.
they
So,
said that these asymptomatic were actually super rare. Like they were saying that it's really not that possible that you'll meet people without symptoms and stuff like that.
it's happening. I don't know how rare it is, but it's happening, and it's happening a lot.
Uh-huh.
Um, like, a lot of the younger ones don't know that they have it.
Uh-huh. So if you're generally healthy, you could, like, I think I'm pretty healthy, and I heard that having O positive blood type, is also a
That's what
good
I
thing.
heard.
Is
Yeah.
that not true? That O
I mean,
positive? No?
that's what I heard. I'm sure it still needs to be studied more, but
Uh-huh.
that's what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we gave it a couple more minutes to see if anybody helps on. I still want to do the workout though. I need it myself as well. So we'll go through the workout. I think it's a really good one. There's a lot
Okay.
of new exercises in here. We're going to
Okay.
do it our standard method. I've got 12 exercises. We'll do 2 rounds each. A lot of the exercise that we're doing will be one-sided. So our second round will be just doing it to the opposite side. Um, it's nothing new as far as like some crazy move, but the way that we're applying them is just going to be new. And I think for core that works out really well. Whereas like for upper body, a side lateral is a side lateral. There's no real way to modify that. We lift from here to here. Whereas when we're working our core, there's a lot of different angles that we can do and a lot of ways that we can make those moves. So that's why there's more variations in other routines than there are in other exercises. So this first one that we're going to do is like a crossover sit up with a chop, right? Or a crossover sit up chop. And so what we're going to do is we're kind of going to put our hands on one side. And what we're going to do is go into a sit up and we're going to try to go elbow towards your knee, you know, like that far is how far we want to twist. And then we're going to go back down. So we're going to do that kind of a chop twist for the full round. And then we're going to do the other side, chop twist. So elbow, so I'm going down on this side. As you can see, my rotation is I'm trying to get this elbow to this leg. That's how far I want to twist that torso. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Let me try to stand. Okay. Hopefully I do it right, but it makes sense.
Okay. All right, you ready? We'll go in 4, 3, and we're just doing one side at a time. 2,
Okay.
1, and begin. So, shh. And shh. Shh. Put my timer where I can see it. 10 seconds. And pause. All right, so we'll do that same thing to the opposite side.
Okay. And so when I'm coming back down, I'm leaning more on one shoulder.
No, not necessarily. When you're coming back down, you're flat. Your arm is off to the side, but we're not twisted in any way. So just come down flat, and then in your, you know, as we're kind of crossing over at the top though. So or this way, so you can see. Gotcha. But down is flat.
Okay.
All right, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So. Getting harder. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're going to do a crossover, kind of like what we just did, but we're not going to the opposite side. So let's say we're going to go here, and then we're going to go straight, and then we're going to bring it to the center. Out. So straight. And so I'm just trying to get a squeeze at the top. So we're going from a crossover to center into a crunch and back down. For someone that can't do a full sit up, you know, maybe watching at a later point, what you would want to do is go a crunch to lift your legs to you know, to get to the center. What we're going to do is try to do a full sit up and crunch at the top. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're going to crunch. So I'm really trying to squeeze at the top on this. Squeeze. I noticed that I was starting to just do a sit-up, 3, 2, 1, and I wasn't emphasizing the squeeze as much. I was just trying to get through the time, right? But try to try to emphasize that squeeze at the top. We're gonna do the other side now. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Squeeze. Squeeze. Really get in there. Round out that back. Squeeze those upper abs. See if you can go higher. Almost there. 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right. Next one we're gonna do are just regular crunches. So what I've been doing lately with my crunches is trying to go in an angle that matches my legs. Right? So I'm gonna try to keep that same angle with my arms and then just do my crunches this way. And I really feel it. I don't know. So you can give it a try if it makes any difference for you. You know, go with it. If you rather do it the way that you normally do it, awesome. However you feel most. I just wanted to show you the way that I feel it. All right, you ready? We'll go 3, 2, 1, and begin. Let's just do some crunches. Almost there, 7 seconds. I got 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right, we're gonna do it again. All right. 7, 6, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. I don't know if you naturally do that or not. When I'm doing the crunches and I really try to mentally get the most out of it, what I'll try to do is I'm gonna suck in my stomach and then do my crunch. So I'll suck it in, crunch. Now I don't remember to do this every time. Sometimes I'm just repping it out. But sometimes it's good to, you know, already prepare the muscle, suck it in, tighten it, crunch it, and pause. Okay. It's kind of like, I often use biceps as an example. If we're doing a bicep curl, if you were all ready to squeeze the bicep at this point, so like you were already tense it up, and then we go into the curl, you're going to work that muscle much more effectively. So the same thing works with the core. If we, you know, suck it in, tighten it, and then go into our crunch, the movement is so much more dialed in than otherwise. So the next one that we're going to do is we're going to do an extension into a knee tuck crunch. So kind of like this, and then we're just going to go into a knee tuck crunch, kind of like I was thinking like when we do the left right together with the ball, and then sometimes when people were good at that, I would say for your second round only do the together. And so that's kind of what we're doing here is we're only doing the together, out and together. Now if you're really strong at this, try to hold your feet up, right? So together, and then don't put your feet down. Otherwise, if you put your feet down, no problem either. That's just another way to elevate it. All right, we're gonna do 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're gonna go from full extension into tuck. Today is definitely a little bit more advanced than some of our other workouts. 10 seconds. Of course, doing for somebody new washing and pause, the modification would be not go full extension, but tap your heels and then crunch. Tap your heels, crunch. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. By tapping your heels, when you're doing these, you're shortening the distance, keeping that back flat until we build up the core strength. And still going to be hard. And we're also just crunching, whereas we're doing the full knee tuck. Otherwise, just to elaborate that, in case someone watches this. 7 more seconds. Okay, and pause. That was round 8. All right, so as the next exercise, we're gonna go into a crunched bicycle. Oh, with extended arms. Okay, yeah, now I get it. I forgot what I was doing there. So the bicycle, a lot of times, and we are gonna still do this later in the routine. So a lot of times the bicycle that we do is focused right on our twist. But that leg movement there is also very important. So this variation that we're going to do today, we're going to crunch with our get our shoulders up, arms are extended, and then we're just going to focus on the legs. So for 2 rounds, we're just doing the leg section or portion of it, and keep the shoulders up off the ground as long as you can. Arms extended into the air. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So next. Get my timer. Almost there. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. One more time of those 10 seconds. I got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's do it again. Ooh. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Whew. The next exercise I have is the X-Men crunch. So that's one where we go from an X to a V. I don't know why you call it an X-Men crunch, but we definitely start with an X though. And then from here, we're gonna go to a V sit, which is, and then out to the X. Back into the V and out to the X. Whew. All right. 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So from X to the V, X to the V. Oh, these are tough. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pause. One more time. X to V's. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. From X to V. X to V. Oh. Whew. How are you doing on them? Good. We got 12, 11, 10 more seconds. We're gonna do a plank variation after this. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right, so for this plank variation, and do it as you feel comfortable. Once it doesn't feel comfortable, then just hold the plank, right? So okay. Just a plank for anybody just starting off, just holding a plank would be the modification for this. Otherwise, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap out, tap in, and then we're gonna tap on the inside, right? And then we're gonna tap out, tap in, tap to the side. So we're gonna get a little bit of a rotation in there as we're doing those planks. We're gonna do one side at a time. Second round, we'll do the opposite side. All right, go back here. All right, you ready? 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So I'm gonna go tap out, tap in, tap on the inside, tap out, tap in, tap on the inside, tap out, tap in, tap on the inside. And we don't want to lose too much of our posture as we're doing these. So try to stay nice and straight. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, opposite side. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So I'm gonna tap out, tap in, tap over.
My hands are slipping.
My arms are so sore from our upper body workout the other day. 10 more seconds. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Pause. All right, so that was 2, yes. We're gonna go into just a regular sit-up with a reach. One that we always do. All right. Obviously, the modification is just a crunch. And begin. So we're gonna go up and then back down. So the modification for someone not able to do the sit-up, well, first would try to a ball or a weight, a dumbbell, and using that weight to give you the momentum to get up. That could absolutely be all you need. So, and then lift it up, and then come back with the weight or ball. Otherwise, up. And if we're not there yet, just a crunch. Just a crunch. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. All right, one more time. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Up, down. Few seconds. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. All right. All right. So we're at the 9th exercise. So we're almost there. 9th exercise is going to be a 4 crunch. So we're going to get into the 4 position. And when we've done this last time, we were mainly focused on this elbow to this knee. But that's not what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be using this leg to lift that and crunch at the same time. So we're going to down, down. All right, so I'm lifting and crunching, going back down. 1 full round on one side, 1 full round on the other side. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. We got 3, 2, 1. All right, we're just gonna swap legs, and it might be a little different. We typically start with our more dominant side, so maybe feel very different on this side. And begin. Muscles may be tighter on this side, may not be as strong. You feel awkward. I can definitely feel this side more into my hip and lumbar. The glutes, lumbar, hip, that whole posterior chain is definitely active when I do this on this side. I didn't feel that on the other side. Just to give you some confirmation if anybody's feeling that way too. 3, 2, 1. And pause. All right. So We are doing our stationary bicycles. So now we're going back to the way that we have been modifying the bicycle, and that is by, I often recommend staying up and then going side to side. But if you have to go, put your feet down, and then you're going to go into a crunch, and then from the crunch, you want to go left, right, back down to the floor. Just because holding the crunch is still hard at this point, then absolutely go get a crunch, go left, right, then back down to the floor. If you're a little bit more advanced, we'll try lifting those legs up, release the lower back, stay in your crunch, and we're just gonna go left to right that way. All right. 7 seconds, 6, 5, and if you're somewhere in between, that's awesome too. And begin. Typically want to try to keep those arms nice and wide. And there you go. Have one elbow touch the floor as the other one reaches forward. Perfect. Bless you. 20 more seconds. We're at 12, 11, 10 seconds. With 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, relax. One more time, round 20. 2 more exercises left. We're gonna start in 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Good. There you go. Now, a way if you feel like holding your legs up might be limiting your core work because you have to take breaks, you could support your legs on a couch or a chair or something like that, a bench. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Now, as soon as you support yourself on something, what we're doing is some muscles don't have to work when we do it that way because we're relying on a surface to stabilize you. So that would be something that, like, let's say you do it on your own for 20 seconds, there's still 25 seconds left in the round. So, but you're tired. So instead of dropping, you could support yourself that way. So that would be a way to keep those legs up, because when our legs are up, we can, it's just a different move, slightly harder than if our legs are on the floor. So that's how we can, stay elevated to do that. There's always little tweaks that you can do. We just have to remember that supporting yourself somewhere is relieving some muscles that were doing the job. All right, so we are doing non-half leg abduction planks. So we're gonna go back into a plank, a high plank, and we're gonna not touch. So basically we're going to, bring that leg out and back in, back out, back in. We're gonna try to hold this, for the round without tapping that toe. So just one side at a time. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're out and in. Again, I feel this in my glutes. So your glutes are definitely working as our legs are going out and in. But your core is also. And we're in a 3 3 position plank versus holding all 4, right? So, and if we're holding that 3 plank the whole time, 3, 2, 1, pause. Then obviously it's going to be so much easier if we have all 4 limbs on the ground. We'll do it one more time, other side, 3, 2, 1, and go. So opposite side, out, in. "17 seconds. Oh, I've got 12, 11, 10 more seconds.
This one's definitely not easy.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right. All right, so we're on our last exercise. Now, I've never done this one. I saw it today in a video, and I thought this looks like a good finisher move, right? So I'm going to test it out with you. What we're going to do is we're going to support ourselves on our elbows like we've done. I think in our last workout, we were doing the supported, can't think of the word right now, the name of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to lift our legs up and we're going to go full extension, out, full extension, out. And that's all we're doing right here. And so we'll just play with the angles until, so obviously more forward is going to be harder than higher. Whew, all right, here we go, 2 rounds. It actually didn't seem that hard. 3, 2, 1, and okay, now it's starting to get hard. 10 more seconds. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right. One more time. I felt a little bit lower abs. It was just generally taxing though. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Ten seconds. 7, 6, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And pause.
I had to go to my happy place at the end there.
I'm still laying down myself. But that's why I didn't want to cancel or do anything. I wanted to do this.
No, it was good. I needed to do something today. So.
Yeah, I'd already had to cancel the morning session today, so I said, nope, I'm not canceling the evening. And plus we have the new lady, right? I don't know, she hasn't hopped on to any other workouts. I don't know if the schedule is just not working for her or, but all the recordings are there. No, she doesn't have access to the recordings, just the ones in Facebook.
Gotcha.
Whew. But that was good. You did really well. How are you still following the meal plan, or how is that going?
So I did get off a little bit because I, was out of town for a few days.
Uh-huh.
I took my lunch with me,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't able to prep enough, or I didn't prep well enough, and so I didn't have enough dinners.
Oh, okay.
And so I got off a little bit, but
So now that you're back,
yeah.
you're back on it, and good. That's good. So you were only gone for a couple of days, so that wasn't a big deal, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I packed, my fruits and vegetables, and I packed my, my stuff for my smoothies. So
Awesome.
the first part of the day was great. It's just kind of fell off at dinner. But yeah, I'm back on it.
Good. And have you lost some weight with it, or have you noticed anything different as opposed to before?
I mean, unfortunately, I gained a pound or two back, so I gotta get rid of it.
Okay.
And I think most of it was salt. So
okay, yeah, that'll.
So
And,
we'll see.
the body does regulate salt. So, like if you generally eat a lot of salt, your body is going to get rid of it, and as it needs to. But if you then decrease your salt, you could see some water flushing out and things like that, and it'll get used to that then. So the body is so awesome at adapting to things, which is sometimes a bad thing. But
yeah, I definitely felt the salt difference, and since I got back like yesterday, I've been diuresing a little bit more. So hopefully, that'll get back to my normal.
Good. That's good. Some people are deficient in minerals. Like they don't get enough. My wife, she doesn't get enough minerals in, and so there's some things that happen. It's like she'll notice her her heart rhythm will start to change because she's missing those. So they're important. That's an extreme side of it. But I'm glad get back on it, and then we wanted to do another assessment to check on how those changes. So maybe do it for a week, until you feel like you're back on it, and then once you are, we'll just do another assessment, see how your body is reacting to those modifications, and then we can see how we can tweak it. But I really like to see how it's reacting to that macronutrient split.
Yeah, well, I know that it works because before I went, I lost more compared to my last week, and so I know it works. So I just need to get back.
Okay, good, awesome,
for sure. But yeah.
Good. Well, you have a great evening. It looks like it's still going to be sunny for a while.
I hope so. My dog injured herself, so I've got to go walk her. Can't let her go run around.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a great evening.
All right.
You're on for tomorrow morning? Is that for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Awesome. I'll see you then.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.